Well, folks, if you were lucky enough to have a ticket to opening night, you saw one heck of a performance of Hello, Dolly at Shea's Theater. Winner of 4 Tony Awards, this glorious new production with 2 shows on Saturday and Sunday is must-see theater. And our first guest has entertainment in his blood. John Bolton is a Broadway veteran, a Carnegie Hall sellout, a TV regular, and is featured in the film Mapplethorpe. All this, and he's made time to entertain us as Horace, and here's the name, Vandergelder, okay, in Hello, Dolly. So good morning, nice to have you here.
Good morning, Linda. Thrilled to be in Buffalo.
A Western New York native, you're from Rochester.
Rochester, and went to Leroy High School.
Oh, wow.
Right down the road,
And you said you have a ton of relatives and friends all coming to see you in the show.
I can't wait to see them all. Really looking
that's
forward.
Great. So tell us, who is Horace Vandergelder in the show?
Oh, gosh. Horace Vandergelder is the well-known half-a-millionaire.
Oh, wow.
Runs a hay and feed store in Yonkers, New York, at turn of the century, and his widower and looking to find a second wife. What he really wants is someone to clean the house.
Okay.
But Dolly Levi, Dolly Levi is the Dolly of Hello, Dolly, played by our stellar Carolee Carmello, and she sets her sight on Horace. She wants to marry him for his money. But she opens his mind and his heart, and hopefully he does with her as well, and all ends well. Spoiler. All ends well. So,
that's okay. And you say this is a fun show.
Oh,
it was
so
a
fun.
Great night last night, and everybody who's going is just going to love it.
Great show. Yeah, the audiences just eat it right up. It's a great old American classic. The original production won 10 Tony Awards.
Wow.
A record it held for 37 years.
Wow.
And then this revival, starring Bette Midler and David Hyde Pierce, opened just a couple seasons ago and won 4 additional Tony Awards.
That's amazing.
And we are that production. Huge sets, huge costumes, great direction by the great Jerry Zaks, and we've just got a great show, and we can't wait. We've been sharing it all across the country, and thrilled to be back in Western New York.
John, I got to go back to the beginning for you. When I said entertainment was in your blood, you actually made your Broadway debut with Jerry Lewis.
I did.
In Damn Yankees?
In Damn Yankees,
What,
1994.
were you 3?
No, I was in my late 20s, and they're just thrilled to be there. I was one of the guys and one of the baseball players, and still to this day, one of the most fun shows I've ever done. And getting to work with the great Jerry Lewis, who replaced also the great Victor Garber, another hero of mine. But Jerry was just wonderful and so generous with all of us, and of course made us laugh on and off stage every night.
That's good to hear. Of course, you have been a regular on TV. We talked about your feature film. You worked at Art Park.
I did. I was there 5 years ago as Captain Hook in Peter Pan. Had a great time there.
So what do you prefer, John, since you can do it all?
Oh, I don't know about that. What do I prefer, like stage versus TV? You know what, I like a little of everything.
And apparently that's what you do.
I try. The TV stuff I'm enjoying because it's something I never thought I'd do. And the stage stuff, I've just been doing it since I was a kid and just love it. It's like, it feels like home just to be out on the stage. And the TV stuff is something I've sort of slowly had to learn because it's a whole different style. You can't go in and be like, ha-cha.
Right.
It's all very whispery.
Bring it down, and,
and
except for the show.
Exactly. Oh, no, I love the show. You're great. Yeah, there's me.
There you
are. That's the lovely, on the left, Carolee Carmello.
Wow.
3-time Tony nominee, wonderful Broadway star. And wait till you hear her sing. She's just spectacular.
Amazing,
And there's our wonderful dancers. They are true athletes, all of them, out there every night. And I get to stand in the wings and watch our amazing dancers just leap and kick, and it's just a thrill. We got a first-class show, and we're so thrilled to be here.
You know what, John? Your show really matches Shea's style. You notice with their beautiful theater, it just looks like it's all from the same genre and the same generation.
It just fits so beautifully in these a lot of these old beautiful theaters that we're playing across the country. It just fits, and at Shea's in particular. What a beautiful theater. Grew up going to occasional Broadway shows at Shea's. When I was a kid, you'd go. Usually we went to the Rochester ones because it was a little closer to us. But I've been in Shea's many times as a kid, so it's fun to be on the other side.
And look at what they've done. Look how beautiful their dressing rooms are now.
They
really make all our actors feel so welcome and so pampered. It's great.
Yes, and a great subscription audience, and the crowd last night just went nuts for us, and as they do all the time. But it's just fun to get out there and do a great old classic and spread joy.
All right, so now, John, with your incredible resume, is there still a part out there you're dying to sink your teeth into?
The next one. That's what I tell people. They say, what's your dream role? The next one. You know, it's a tough business, and you just want to keep it going. And so I always want, my dream role is whatever is next.
You know, it's so funny because a long time ago, I interviewed Sam Elliott, now the cowboy.
Oh, he's terrific.
Right? I said to Sam, is there anything still out there for you that you haven't been offered? And he stopped and he looked at me and he goes, like to do a musical.
Oh, wow.
I almost fell off the chair. I said, you're kidding me, right?
That's hilarious.
No, he really did. And it was funny because he was in a commercial for the Super Bowl where he had almost like a little musical part. And I went, there he is. He's doing it. I can't believe it. Somebody finally offered it to him. So you just never know. We're talking about talent. Yeah. So, John, this is fantastic. Are you ever going to come back to Art Park in another show?
I'm not sure they do the big shows anymore there, but I do try to grab any chance I get to work in Western New York. Worked at Jiva a few years ago, played Harold Hill in The Music Man there, which was so fun. We're talking about a dream role.
Right.
But it's always fun to come back. But usually I'm stuck in a long run on Broadway, happily stuck.
Oh, yeah. Can you make a home anywhere, or you just go where the shows take you?
Well, I live in Midtown Manhattan and have a place in the Catskills as well. But no, I like to do the 8 shows a week in New York and shoot the occasional television. I'm a New York guy, and from all the early trips with Mom and Dad to New York as a kid, I knew as a kid I was like, I'm going to live here. I knew I was going to live there. And of course, there's only one Broadway, so got to live in New York for that.
Well, John, we are going to be loving every production, every show that you do, and I think we have. A couple on the weekend, I'm not sure, but Thursday through Sunday, March 15th, you're going to see John and this incredible cast in Hello, Dolly. Yeah, you got to get a ticket. It's going to cheer you up. You're going to be so happy, and you're going to say this was the right thing to do. You're going to have dinner downtown, too. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
May I say break a leg in a good way?
Sure, please
do. All right,
do.
break a leg as they go back to the stage. Go and see that incredible cast. All right, we'll take a break, be right back, and don't forget, you can go to the box office, or you can just get to Shea's either online or give them a call, okay? We'll be right back. Paula's Donuts, the official breakfast sponsor of AM Buffalo. Fashions for AM Buffalo hosts are courtesy of Lord & Taylor, conveniently located at the Galleria Mall in Cheektowaga. Well, everybody, now that spring is just ahead, it may be the gentle reminder you need to get in touch with the professionals at Ideal You Weight Loss Center. Donna Herberger is back with more information to make this an easy decision for you. So good morning, nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Donna, you were always talking about that this diet preserves the lean tissue and muscle as you lose weight. Why is that important?
Well, our lean tissue and muscle kind of holds our skin firm. When you start losing that lean tissue and muscle, you get that sagging, loose skin, and it ages. Muscle is the engine that burns the calories, so you also want to preserve that muscle to preserve your metabolism. Because if you're on a diet, you're not getting sufficient protein, you lose lean tissue and muscle. And remember, our heart's a muscle. You want to protect that. But the muscles, that's why Michael Phelps can eat 12,000 calories a day. The guy's all muscle.
Right.
But since we're not Michael Phelps, and we don't spend 4 hours a day in the pool, we've got to be diligent about what we're eating and protein.
Is this a form of a keto diet?
We are a keto diet, but we are a healthy keto diet. They're not all the same. There's a lot out there, and there are a lot of do-it-yourself. Lots of times people are counting calories, points, and they're not paying attention to the protein.
Right.
And you need that protein.
You
need absorbable protein.
Now, if you can also go into ketosis. What is that?
Ketosis means you're in a ketogenic state. So your body, you're literally emitting ketonic bodies on your breath. And all that means is you're burning your reserve fat for fuel, which our body doesn't want to do.
Right.
Our body naturally wants to hang on to our fat for a famine that's not coming.
Mine does, so.
Because if a famine comes, we need reserve fat to rely on.
Right.
And you need a certain amount of fat to be healthy, but we don't need excessive fat.
No. All right, shall we take a look at some of your successful dieters?
Yes.
And let me tell you, once again, these pictures are amazing. Sarah, look at her from beginning to here. She lost 54 pounds and 44.75 inches.
And Linda, about 15 pounds for a lady is a pant size or a dress size, so she's down at least 3 pant sizes, 3 dress sizes.
Wow, she looks terrific. Look at her. And again, you look at the faces, and it just seems like the eyes are bigger, the necks are smaller.
Everything.
And the smile's bigger by the time you get to the right-hand side of the page. All right, and take a look at her side view, and that's where you can tell where that weight is gone.
I always love to look at the neck because look under her chin.